I have a perspective. Thinking about kids in foster homes or abused and neglected home who have to go to fostering, or just kids that shit just get fucking no love. Do we ever think that they're just worried about being loved and surviving no matter what their circumstances are? And in the future, if they're not shown and told that they're worth something, and if we as a society can't get it right, or whatever way, I believe it will take time, but I believe we can make it shift faster than we want it to be. But do you ever think that they don't even give a shit what they look like? They just don't have anyone, they just want someone to love them. And it's easy for them to fall into that victim mindset. And that's not a negative thing, because it's like the duality, to have hate, you got to, hate and love, happy and sad. But wouldn't their path be easier if we all quit trying to prove a point and on judging ourselves and judging others? And it would show our youth, and we could start by helping our youth more than anything. None of this other stuff matters as much as our youth, because that's our future. And start by showing them that they're worth every moment in their life, not just what they accomplish or what, because they don't even have people to want them in the home, or the people that they think they're obligated to by family or loyalty or misconstrued thought, programming, whatever, that they just want to be loved or to be nice or have someone show some sort of compassion, because they are going through a hard time. And I believe this stems into a bigger issue we have had over generations, and I believe it's changing, even to do with race. And I don't think anyone should feel like they can't put their 2 cents in on. But I don't think it's to tell people how to think. I think it's to observe and be aware, because regardless, it's still victim mindset. It's still proving a point. We're all souls. We all should just give each other love and have faith. We should have faith that it will turn out all right, not have a negative mindset that it never will be, it never will be. And why I bring up the kids is because they're a good example of it. They're resilient. They fight just to survive in all these other homes. And we're still carrying on issues from the past. And it's not to say that there aren't going to be people acting some sort of way, but we give them our power by always trying to prove a point. The point is there's been some fucked up shit in this world. But the only way to change it is to stop talking about it and stop giving it that power it's always going to be there. That's manifesting and giving it its power still. And no different than our youth. Our youth, hello, they're our future. They're the souls that will be here. None of this material, judgmental opinion stuff matters when it comes down to it. All it does is hurt someone's feelings or ego. And it's not right. But it doesn't mean we still have to be a product of it and still live in it. Have faith. I think the children that, just our children in general, that generation will change a lot once we stop. I get how everything changes in evolution and everything, but we're still debating someone, and people's feelings are legit. People legit get treated some sort of way. This is no different. This is just an aspect of opinion and judgment and victim mindset. I don't care what anyone says, because no matter what, each of us have our own path, and we're going to feel some sort of way about something, and we're going to give an opinion about it. But your opinion is just to make someone be aware. It's not to tell people how to think. Everyone should think for themselves. And there's been screwy stuff and there's been stuff, but our history has shown us how not to be. And there's already been tons of changes. It's we're leaving it stagnant, and then what we're not even focusing on is the kids. Think of these foster kids. Think of the babies. They want to just be taken care of and loved. They don't give a shit about status, your career. They don't care what color you are. They don't give a shit. They just want love. And I think we can use them as a good example because it's not that people's feelings aren't valid and everyone has a right to feel how they feel. But do we not see this is the same thing as judging people based off their circumstance? Skin color is the same thing as basing someone off the poor man's mentality and the rich man's mentality. What is rich? What is poor? What is smart? Is a tree really a tree? Is this issue that everyone's having on this debate, is it really any bigger than all those other ones? And it's not downplaying anyone's feelings, but if we don't look at the bigger picture, how are we going to stop? Our ancestors already fought these battles shit. That's why we even have, I know this sounds silly, the Dollar Tree. For people that feel in the poor mindset, they can go there. The universe has provided everyone everything. We place value on things. No different than we place judgment on others by the way they look. And if we keep doing that, then when is it ever going to end? The universe has provided us with everything. We have expectations and we don't see what we really have because it's we're wanting on a material level when we have trees, we have clouds, we have birds, we have food. Not even cows have to be ate and skinned anymore because we have all this knowledge of plants and we have all this generic stuff, which I wouldn't say is good, but they had their place in time. But now I don't think we need to be eating them, but that's my perspective. I mean, to each their own, but they were sacrificed here for us. Or you could think about it like this: the universe provided them for us. And I think everyone should be proud of what they look like in their skin. And we call it ethnicity and we call it religion, background's not religious, but traditional things. The fact is we're all our own people. And even those are old structures put up in a conforming kind of way. It's conforming us to one belief. And it's we can be proud of where we come from, but then why are we telling other people, well, they can't be like me because they don't look like me? Anywhere, any aspect. And everyone has the right to feel how they feel. And this is an observation or a perspective to look at, but think about it. And then you think about all those kids. I don't care, everyone, just think about the kids. They just want to be loved and have something. And we're fighting these battles to prove a point. A point. No different than war. We got all these vets on the freaking street not taken care of, and they were told they were going to fight for this country to be taken care of. We are got petty ass shit. And I'm not saying it's not real and people haven't been victims of it, because I've had experience too, and I don't know everything, but if we really want to look at it and find that kind of faith, or look at the cycles, because I've seen so many homeless vets. They give their life for all of us to prove these points and have these judgments. And it all started long, long ago from our ancestors because it was based off fear. But we're all aware. We're not all in the wilderness hopping on to new territory with people that look different to scare us, way back when. We're all aware. Shit, we got the internet. We got cameras in the sky. We're all aware of it. And it's still a fear thing. And it's still proving a point. The point is people observing. I can't tell anyone how to think, but the point is that we're giving so much power to these judgments and opinions. It's not okay. But we don't have to give them the power by proving the point either. There's a difference of if someone's sitting there being mean and taking up for them, but there's a difference in giving it the power, because I don't know if you get that. I mean, we do that in other aspects, and why not all? It's like saying this one is right and this one's wrong. It's two wrongs don't make a right. And it's okay to be proud of who we are. That point, I totally get that intention. But it's before how long then are you establishing yourself based off your circumstance or the way you look or the color of your skin? How far do you go before you cross that line and then you're no different than the rest? We should all treat people kind and with compassion. And if you can't, like, where's the faith? We pray when people are sick. Can't we walk by our faith and just, know, hey, that person's judging me. It's probably a deep issue. I'm going to just stay away. I'm not going to allow that to affect me. Because we've evolved. We're not our ancestors. Like, they didn't get it. So we have these trials right now, and we can get past it. Like, we can have faith that it will be all right. Like, faith. I don't know. Like, sometimes not doing anything is all you can do. Because we'll reap what we sow. Individually, each and every one of us will reap it. We're all connected. Like, at what level or how is it going to take to see we're all equal, and we don't have to even fight for being proud of ourselves, because we all should be. It's not a point to be proven. It's an individual path. We're not our ancestors. They showed us. They don't want us to make the same mistakes. And like the war thing, like, this is an ego mind territorial thing. Like, we're all people of this world. It shows if we don't keep all parts of this world right, it fucks with all of us. That's still separating us. Like, and yeah, our soldiers come back and a lot of them don't have shit. They're not taken care of. They put themselves through so many sacrifices, and they make this choice because they tell themselves they're doing it for something. And they did. And their intention is pure. And I'm not saying they didn't. But if you look at it, what? They're not even... They sacrifice so much for what? To sit on the side of the street? Not all of them, but then they probably do kind of lose their mind a little bit by seeing all the screwed up shit that they see. Because they think their soul knows that killing isn't what it is. It's our faith. It's us standing up. It's standing up to those higher forces that are dictating all this hate and victim mindset. If we don't realize it, we're all trying to prove a point. And you could say I am right now, but I'm not. I'm just making an observation. This is how I feel. I can't tell anyone, but I am glad to share it. Because, and then I go back to the kids. They're where we should start. They should be an example that we look at right now. Look at all these kids that we got all these, I don't know. I don't even know if anyone made sense of this, but yeah. Faith.